It is like, we have those stretches of weird winds like we had the beginning of this period, and then we had that south and westerly wind a lot of the time. And so when these conditions come, although it is our dominant wind with the trades.
Italo and Miguel and Flick, just what he loves to do, go for the big spin here.
Yeah, I like what you said, Joey. Big old helicopter, but Strider touched on it, Britt touched on it. Today is going to be barrels, but it's also going to be turns. It's also going to be airs, especially with that little bit of waft of wind out of the south. I mean, someone like Italo, it's sort of playing right into his wheelhouse. And, I mean, this is almost full rotation here. I mean, he almost,
He almost went another rotation. That was crazy.
He's so reliable, more so than frontside, just with backside whips. Here he goes. Wow, that was rad. Just blowing the tail out with power and control. Running after an end section. The 2019 world champ is so aggressive, and I love heats like this where you're going to have a serious contrast in style with the more finesse, kind of polished look of Miguel.
You're going to see those barrel air combos, those barrel turn combos way more than we did yesterday, so it makes for a different kind of excitement. You're going to see guys coming out of barrels and doing full rotations on the rights and lefts, and the technical air guys adding barrels and doing that on the end.
Nathan, I want to hear also about what else you've been testing. Is there something called the Aero Shield?
Yeah, we've been testing. So the thing is, there's a nice little barrel here. Oh, ran off. The thing with flotation and safety is something gets produced and it kind of then stagnates when it works well.
Can't wait. Love hanging out with Nathan Florence here for the call. It's Italo versus Miguel Pupo. We do have Ross Williams watching Pupo set up the backhand snap, big vertical, throwing the fins at Ross's face. Throws down the carve. There's that silky smooth performance from Miguel. Ross, what'd you see from out the back? We do that a lot when we make comparisons, Italo and Ethan. It's like polar opposites. As Flick, we see Miguel here.
Yeah, this is just that beautiful technique. I mean, as you take notes, kids watching it, if you're a goofy footer, you're going right. I mean,
is always something that's really easy on the eyes, especially in really heavy sections. He's almost had a 10. Italo's in position, though. Not too long of a wait. He'll pull up and under on the takeoff. Disappears completely. And now ready to lay down a little blowtail on the open face. That was a serious power carve. And, of course, he can put himself back up to get the completion.
Here we go. Italo on the left. Finding a pipe barrel today. That one stayed incredibly open. When he goes for this big hack here, looks like he lost it. He does well to get back on the board, but I feel like he's going to get a little bit crucified just for that finish not being so clean and so controlled. But hats off to finding this little nugget.
Yeah, the way he pulled up and under was sweet. What about the turn, Nathan?
It looked like at first he was looking for a ramp, and then it didn't quite pop up for him. Went for the layback, and it kind of ledged off the sandbar, made him lose his foot a little. I mean, he wasn't even 1 foot fully on the board.
How?
He had just the side of his foot there. I mean, the reflexes of these guys is just crazy. I'd be curious to see what they dock on points there, but I give A for effort.
Yeah, that was so great.
It's always a good conversation with a layback, which has been around forever.
Not even just on the waves, but even in the water out the back, like looking around, standing up on his board as we see Miggy out the back.
Miguel Pupo pulls his rail up and under. Wow, an interesting section to pull in on. Just kind of lean back into it, but ends up getting stuck. So he still will have a lower score for the incomplete attempt. But his turns before, 4.17. A big drawback then, and Pepe made the final and got 6. Here he goes again. Look at the hustle.
He's so hyped.
It pulls in deep at back door. And this one's going to spit without him. Letting your back like body surf on the wave and then pick yourself back up as we watch Pupo put his head down. Nice drive here at backdoor, and it's getting really tight on the inside, but I love the speed he gathered with that first drive.
Jimmy O'Brien on rail pumps.
Italo up and under. He's got to make
He's
right.
so busy in the heat. It's impressive to watch. Both these guys are. This is a consistent heat.
It's already wave number 5 for Italo, as he has a solid connection on this wave. Matchup says Miguel Pupo got locked in during the break. Flick.
Holy, that's one he's been looking for. That one stayed open the whole way. It's the best barrel we've seen of this heat so far. And whoa, Italo
There he goes. Answer back so quickly to make an exit when it's shutting down at back doors. A serious statement. And now it's going to be a tube shootout. Pupo trying to burn off some speed, getting coned right in front of Italo. He'll kick out. I love the energy from these goofy foots. A lot of action. Pupo, the wave he rode during the break, a 7.17. Love watching guys in that event. What a season it's been. Tons of waves. Been absolutely firing. Got to watch the YETI as well as we look at a nice first pump and then a rad stance, just leaning forward like a superhero.
I love Barron, and I'm supporting the North Shore guys. I mean, if I'm rooting for Barron. If he takes this win, it'll be a full sweep for North Shore in all events this year.
As we watch a big drive from Italo Ferreira, getting a giddy up on that section. Knew he was really positioned deep on the takeoff, but he'll get clipped.
What an event. What an epic showdown between him and John. Couldn't have hoped it to go in any other way.
What a brilliant story. Back in this running right on the back end is Miguel Pupo. As smooth as it gets to look to improve on a 6. He's got the lead. Italo needs an answer. Difficult takeoff up and under.
Wow.
He's got a solid hold on that rail. That's Timmy Patterson.
What a heat.
These guys are going blow for blow. Got lead changes. There's some passion. Coach of Italo.
Whoa, he's got shove hits on the end.
And now
Switch
he's going
foot.
switch.
Finish.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness, we're seeing it all today.
Entertainment.
I love the stare, the posture, the energy that Italo brings to the tour. How good is this, Ross?
So sick. The way it's actually turned up just now, obviously, that are off speed, fast, slow, really tough on your backhand. But those two rides, they just sat there and enjoyed it. They got absolutely pitted.
We love it, Ross. How
Everyone lit up. There's a huge Brazilian contingency down here. They're all fired up, raising giant flags. It's pretty cool. Good energy.
love it, Ross, as we see this go to switch stance for Italo. Something he's been showing us, Rob. Oh, the shove it first, and then he still slams it.
Oh, no, he serves this way so well.
Look at that. That was, you could do that switch. That's insane.
It's crazy.
You know?
Hey, come on, partner.
Ray knows. Loving it. As you can see, Miguel taking off, and as you see Italo jetting out, he was inside of that set, so he had to position to where he was going under the lip. He took off, kind of aired up, and he landed right on the foam.
Down here, Italo, as a fan, as a viewer, that was the funnest heat to watch. Was it fun for you, or was it all business?
For sure, that was kind of like fun, but for the same time, I was kind of like nervous, because I was watching the heat before and there was no waves. And then after like on the half time of the heat, there was like a lot of action. So I love when it's like that. I had like left and right, Miguel only right, like we tried to like get the scores, and he had like more clean ones, like good walls. And then on the last one, I pushed him on the first one, and he had a priority, and he got like a nice one. And I looked at back, and I saw like the good back door, and then I pedaled like to inside a little bit more to be deeper. And then I remember that I take off, and I couldn't feel the fins for a moment. And then I just put on a barrel again, and then just enjoyed the view. I saw like Ross on the barrel. He was like, and I was like, yeah. And then I did the shove it and finish the switch that I love it to do that. And then I got a score, so I'm so glad. I just want to say thank you, God, for like everything, every like opportunity that I had, and yeah, just let's go. I'm thinking like surfing a little bit more, like pushing the limit, and then yeah, enjoy the moment.
A couple of words in Portuguese for your fans.
Agradecer a galera pela torcida, realmente bateria de brasileiros ali que sempre tem muita ação e que tive bons momentos com o Miguel. Ele já me venceu aqui em pipe uma vez, né? Então acho que era a minha vez agora. E eu estava bem confiante ali, sabia que eu tinha que ficar trocando as notas. Realmente eu peguei algumas zonas que não tinha tanta parede, ele pegou umas zonas um pouco melhores, e aí no final eu acabei sendo recompensado com um bom momento. Então, só agradecer a Deus pela oportunidade, por tudo que Ele tem feito na minha vida, e eu só tenho que agradecer e aproveitar todos os momentos e fazer o meu trabalho. Então, obrigado, galera. Continua na torcida que daqui a pouco tem mais.
Thank you very much, Italo. Loving the bling on the teeth, too. Love the diamonds.
Yeah, thank you so much.